it just sits there. So I haven't gotten food poisoning from the food out of the freezer yet, so I guess it's good. I don't know. Oh, look. Taking it one stitch at a time. My new favorite mug. I think I got this I got it a while ago. Oh, I got this, no, I didn't get it a while ago. I got it a couple weeks ago at Hobby Lobby. I don't want to hear the BS about Hobby Lobby. I know about it, but they were open, so. And I needed stuff right then. I couldn't wait. Okay, so are y'all ready to get started? I'm ready to get started. I love a good WIP parade. I love seeing, I just love a good parade of what people have because it gives me ideas of things to stitch. So I don't even know where to begin. I'm just like so flustered. I know, okay, so let's start with my active WIPs that I'm working on. I believe that you guys saw them in the Flosstube that I just posted. The same day I did the Flosstube video. It's the same shirt I'm wearing too. I put my jacket on because I'm weird and I get cold very easily. And for some reason, my apartment was freezing to me a little bit ago, so I put a jacket on. Anyway, okay, so this one is Be Still. This is from the CrossStitchStudio.com. This is currently available. My older stuff, I don't know if it's actually available or not, but this is currently available. This is page 1 right here. This, and then for the next page, I decided to start doing cross country. And as I said in my previous video, I downloaded Pattern Keeper. And I'm trying that out. I have not used it yet because I have not stitched anything since I did the previous video. But I went through and I uploaded this pattern into Pattern Keeper, and I'm going to go ahead and probably, until I decide I don't want to grid anymore, because I just did partial grids just because I was doing parking on this page. I think it's going to be a little bit easier for me to kind of count when I'm doing cross country. So I think I'll go ahead and just kind of grid down and out as I'm going. It's completely full coverage, so I'm not worried about the marker coming out. It's a water soluble marker. I've actually already tested the marker like when I first got it, but I'm not worried about it coming out because you can't even see where I gridded up here. It's full coverage. So but this is WIP number 1. I probably shouldn't count them because I have no idea how many I have. I know it's a lot. I should count them to see how many I have, but I'll probably lose count. So that's that one. Okay, and then let me see. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go next. I'm gonna go into, isn't this pretty? This is a fur. Oh, it's so soft too. It's so soft. Oh, it's not real fur. I got this bag it was on clearance for like $10 at Barnes & Noble. It was one of their winter bags and I got it on clearance. And I literally got it because it was on sale. And then I was like, this would be a good bag to hold my WIPs in. It's so soft up here. You know that's not real fur for $10 at a bookstore. It was originally like $13. All right, so let's go through these. Okay. Oh, so, all right, so I'm going to kind of do my active WIPs. They're all in this bag, except for Be Still that was sitting next to me. But I'm just going to pull out what's in this bag next. Okay, so this is this is called Christmas on the Beach. This is from, this is a Dimensions kit. It's it's a gold, I think it's petite gold collection. So it's tiny. It looks so good on camera too. And I haven't even backstitched that Christmas tree. It's tiny, as you can see. And then there's going to be, I don't have the picture of what it's going to look like. But it's a Dimensions gold collection, so lots of different levels of floss. It goes anywhere from 2 to 6 strands. I think there was something did I do with all 6? I think this part over here might have been 6 strands, and they're half cross stitches. I think the half crosses are anywhere from 4 to 6 strands. And so up here, I think was 4 in the sky. And then this might have been 4 or 6 down here. I really cannot remember. So I'll just tell you what the rest of this is going to look like. I think I'm going to keep this as a travel project, and I'm going to kind of rebag it up and make it so that it is, I can take it with me everywhere. I need something that I can just take with me everywhere, and I'll just probably kind of keep it like almost like my purse. I'll grab my purse in my travel project just in case. So there's going to be presents down here, and then 2 Adirondack chairs here and here. You can see I started doing the chairs a little bit, and some of the presents. Yeah. So I think I'm about maybe 50% done. It looks like it's a lot more than 50%, but let me see. I'd say 50% because all this is completely filled in, like going down to the corners. That's all like full, like it's almost a full coverage except for like a couple spots. It's almost a full coverage kit. So there's that one. I bought this one last year. This is one of my newer ones. Last year? Earlier this year. It was right after Christmas. I used my gift card that I got from my stepdad. So, yeah. Within the past 6 months. Okay. Oh. So this one, I'm going to, I might flash up super fast. It's per my last email, and then it's got like flowers kind of curving around it. And I had previously, I don't have the picture because I was trying to save paper. I got it on Etsy. Cross Stitching Lovers was this shop. I pulled the colors, and then I kind of did a floss toss. I put the colors back, but I had pulled the colors and put them on this floss fabric, and I kind of liked them. So I think I might stitch it. I'm still thinking about it. I think I might stitch it on this fabric. This is a 28 count even weave from True Colors. I just like, it was a couple bucks, and I picked it up because it's only on one side. That coloring is only on one side. But I picked it up for a couple bucks at like Walmart like many moons ago. So I've got a few of these that I have not stitched anything on, and I thought this would be really nice to, I think it would look good. I'm going to pull the colors one more time and toss them back on here again to make sure that they go, that it flows nicely. And if it does, then I'll stitch it on this. So that's why I kind of have that kind of together. This I had kind of put together as one of my possible mania starts when I had it in my head that I was going to be doing 31 starts. I'm a moron. So there's that. I'm trying to like put them in a puzzle and put them back in that. I'll put them right here. I'll put them right there. Okay, next. I'm just like reaching in the bag, and oh, I showed this on my last one. This is going to be a new start for me. Not this week, but I think maybe next week. This is Happy Everything. I picked this kit up at Hobby Lobby like 110 years ago. But it is from Imaginating Incorporated. The design is by Diane Arthur. Yeah, so I love it. I'm going to make it and I'm going to hang it. I'm either going to hang it up in my house or I'm going to give it to my my friend who has been asking me to stitch her something to hang up in her apartment. Not sure. I heard something beep at me. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, I think it's my dad. It just made a noise at me. What's that? I don't know why it made a noise at me. Okay, so happy everything. I have not started this yet. So I told you it's going to be a combination of WIPs and kits that I haven't started that I want to. I'm definitely going to be starting this month though, because I really would like to stitch this. I like every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I really, so it's a sign. And I think it's gonna, I said before, I think it's gonna stitch pretty quickly for me because I think I'm really going to enjoy it. I might even stitch it twice, once for myself and once for my friend. But it's got happy everything, and it's got, let's see, snowman, Valentine's Day, a little clover for St. Patrick's Day, a bunny with a basket of eggs. I mean, it goes through the whole year. The only thing it's missing, I said before in a previous video, is 4th of July. Not really sure why. I don't know. It's not an American thing because the turkey for Thanksgiving is on there for the American Thanksgiving. And it's between the Halloween and the Christmas stuff. And Canadian Thanksgiving is in October. And honestly, I don't even know if the Canadians use a turkey as their Thanksgiving symbol. I don't know. Anyway, no matter. Probably gonna stitch this. I might give it to my friend. She's been asking me for stuff. I showed her the thing that I stitched for my best friend. She's like, oh, I want it. And I'm like, sorry, it's for someone else. And I liked it, but I didn't like it enough to stitch it again for her. So, all right, next. Glory of Autumn. This is a Dimensions kit. I have all the cross stitching done. I have to finish back stitching. I've started the back stitching, and I hate it. I despise it. I can't stand it. It is going to be the death of me. This might be one of the few projects that I'll complete it eventually. So this is how it looks. Let me do this so I can actually see. There we go. Look, isn't it gorgeous? It is freaking gorgeous. I can't stand the back stitching, but this is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. I love it. I really do love it. So, I've already done that stuff there for the back stitching. And then earlier this week, Thursday, I was on a Zoom call for cross stitchers. I'm such a dork. I did that. And then I got this far on the roof and I was like, I threw my hands up. I was like, I can't take the back stitching anymore. I have to stop. So, but I think if I kind of pull this out and do a little bit more and a little bit more, I think my goal is to get it done this year. I want to get it done this year. So there's that one. Next. Oh, another Dimensions kit. So I have a lot of kits because when I was in my, I'd say probably in my 20s, that's what I didn't know about the patterns. Well, no, I did know about the patterns and stuff like in magazines. I didn't know I thought that patterns were only in the magazines. I did not realize that there were patterns that you could just purchase. Like what we all do. Well, what most of us do now. I thought there was just kits. I didn't realize. I thought that cross stitching was one of those like dying crafts where this was like all that was left of cross stitching. I did not realize that there was this whole like world, and cross stitching ain't going anywhere. So the majority of my stuff is going to be kits. So if you don't like kits, sorry. This is Whole Lot of Latte. This is a Dimensions kit. This was my first Mania start. It is stitched on 14 count black Aida, which I can't stand, but I love the colors. I don't have a lot going on it, but I do like it. So I am determined to finish this year. This is a saucer, part of a saucer, and the handle of a cup, part of a handle. And you see I got so far on it. But yeah, so there's that. I did this last time too. I had difficulty getting everything back in at once. Okay. Some of these I'm kind of flying through because I just went over them in my Flosstube video that I just posted. So I didn't really want to dwell too much on it. Okay, this next one will be my start in either today or tomorrow. This is the Harry Potter Letters from Hogwarts, Stitch Your Own Adventure from Stuart Cunningham. This is on Facebook. It is a free stitch along. This is the introduction here. I'm going to start with the parchments. There's 6 chapters. It is released every other month. Chapter number 3 just got released in May. So I'm going to do a few alterations here. So chapter 1 goes here, and that is your house banner. Chapter 2 is down here. That is based on Quidditch, and it's really cool. So if you are not familiar with this, with the idea behind Stitch Your Own Adventure, basically it will be like for the God bless. When you pull the thing up online, you read the letter, and it will tell you you'll get to a point where you have to select what you're going to do next. Let me see. In the introduction, oopsies. All right, so in the introduction, so you have your letter, and then I'm trying to get to, so in the introduction, your wand is going to go right here, right? So to, like, if you are just doing strictly going by what he's doing, you would get a die, and you will roll it once, and that is going to determine the wood that your wand is made of, and that basically decides what color your wand is going to be. Then the second time you roll, this is not the pattern, so I can show this. The second time you roll will be the first half of your wand, and the third time you roll will be the second half of your wand. And then he gives you the pattern for all of that. So it's like that in every single chapter, in both the introduction and then every single chapter. So chapter 1 is your house banner. There's multiple ways that you could, I was like, oh crap, what did I show you? That's the floss key part of it. There are some alterations I'm going to do. I think I'm going to change this castle. Somebody did a really cool gray one that I think I want to do. And then I would like to change this to the 9 3/4 platform. I've seen people add the smoke on top of the train. I might do that. I don't believe there's any back stitching on the train, but I hate back stitching, so oh, my face is covered, sorry. I've also seen Hedwig. Somebody did a alteration that turned one of these owls into Hedwig, but I think I might leave this owl the way it is. I'm not sure yet. And then I want to change this down here, this letter. These are all letters. It was really cool. Somebody did an open book, like the Marauders map, and then they did footprints going away from it. It was really neat. But I think I'm going to leave all the letters, and I'm just going to change this to a howler and make it red. But my plan will be to start this today or tomorrow, and I will at least just start doing the parchment while I figure out what all I want to do, because chapter 1, like I said, is your house banner. Then chapter 2 is the Quidditch, and you click on different links to figure out where or what position you play in Quidditch, and that will determine what you stitch in the Quidditch thing. It's got the jersey, and then the arena, and then the thing that goes with your position. Like a seeker, you would get the seeker, you get the snitch. And chapter 3 is over here, and that is your elective class. And there's 3 different classes. There's I just went over this too. The teacup with the tea leaves, divination, and then the runes, and then care of magical creatures. All different things that you go through. Some people are combining all 3 classes because they just love it. They love them all so much. Some people are doing all 3 classes into the 1 chapter. So, like I said, there's lots of ideas that I have for this, and both my kids want it. But I'm going to be stitching this on, I think this is 18 count Aida that I coffee dyed myself. It doesn't really show up very well on here. Oh, well, it kind of does. I was kind of wanting to get like that vintagey type look, and I think I got it. I'm happy with my fabric. So I think this is going to be mine. And then my kids each want one as well. And I have some fabrics that I think will, they're both Aida, they're both ivory. So I'm debating if I'm going to dye those as well, or if I'm just going to leave them ivory and stitch each of my kids one of these. I don't know. So that'll be my new start for this week. And then the last, this was also going to be a Mania start that I ended up deciding not to do, but this is a tiny one. It's cute. This is stitched on, I have not started this one. This is from, oh, that's why I like the design. I'm really digging the stuff from Cooler Design Studio, Cooler with a K. This is a little Artiste mini kit called Tea Time. And I have not started this yet, but it's going to be stitched on 14 count white Aida. I picked this up, I don't even know where I got it from, Walmart or Joann's or something, but it's not going to be very big. So, I mean, the fabric is that big, barely covers my face. So, yeah, I mean, it's not very big, but it looks like it's going to be almost a full coverage. Like the base down here is all stitched in and everything, but the up here is all open. So that's another little start that I would like to maybe try to complete this year. I want to do it all this year. I want to do all the things, and I can't do all the things, and it makes me sad that I can't do all the things. I had planned for this. I'm kind of debating now. I had planned for this to be my 5th Mania start. This is not available anymore unless you find one on eBay, and then it's probably going to be wicked expensive. This is the Disney Dreams collection art from Thomas Kincaid. This is the Little Mermaid. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see that. Sorry, I'm trying to like look myself. There we go. Now I can see. Hey! So I have this one, and then I have another one that I'll be showing you. I have not started this. Like I said, I have planned for this to be my start for the last Friday of May. Look at this floss. Oh, I could do hair extensions. The reason why I'm hesitant on starting it, here's my fabric, is because I have seen, and I will show you when I do my other one, I have Beauty and the Beast as well, and I will show you when I get to that one why I'm nervous. But basically, I don't know how the colors of this really are going to be. Seems like the colors are kind of off with this chart regarding the floss. And from what I've seen other people posting these designs that they're doing as well, and they're like, oh my God, this doesn't seem right. And so it kind of makes me nervous. And then I read that the company, MCG Textiles, they went out of business, and they had a lot of bad reviews regarding the quality of their kits. And these kits were freaking expensive. I mean, they were like $50-$60 because it was Thomas Kincaid, because it was Disney. It's a full coverage piece. It's like, sought after pieces, and it's a 16 by 12 inch finish size. So I mean, it's a lot, and it just kind of I'm debating if I'm going to go ahead and do the kit, or if I'm going to painstakingly re-kit this myself. While I got this out, let me just look real quick and see how they have these colors. I might try to re-kit it. At least with the floss. The fabric is fine. Where are my colors? I mean, if I sat there and pulled up, because you can search, I could just Google search, or there's a few different websites I can find DMC colors on. And if I just, because it's got these like by name, like white, medium, dark yellow, light yellow, dark, bright purple. If I search the names, I could find the DMC color, because I have a crap ton of DMC. And I mean, to tell you the truth, I really might, because I'm a little nervous about, I don't know, because then the other thing is that, well, if the color of the floss is correct on here, then maybe it's the pattern that's not right. And then I don't want to put all that work into a piece and then have it just come out looking like shit. You know what I mean? So, okay, so that is it for my gray designer bag from Barnes & Noble. So give me a second. Let me put these back in here and move it out of the way. I don't even know how many that was. Crap. I was going to count too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I've shown you 9 so far. All right, I think it was 9 that I've shown you so far. Okay, my next one, like my project bag, is a baby quilt. No, I'm not pregnant. I started stitching this. It says cute or what? And it's super cute. Let me show you where I'm at. I started stitching this for my son when I was pregnant with him. The one that turns 10 next month. So all I've done, oh no, I did start the cross stitches. I started the yellow cross stitches. But mostly what I've done so far are the satin stitches, because it gives you an order of what to do. It tells you to do the cross stitches first, then it tells you to do, I don't know, whatever. I think the cross stitches and then the outlining or something like that. It tells you what order to do. But I've done all the satin stitches like it told me to. And it's going to be super cute. But I did decide that I would go ahead, because there's 2 different ways that you can do these. If you've never done one of these quilts before, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. You can either go you can sit there and try to feed it through so that you don't put the thread through both layers of the fabric, and then you don't have to worry about backing it. Or you can go through both layers like I did, and then you just have to add a backing to it. I wasn't gonna do all that mess. I wasn't gonna do all that mess. So as you can see, yeah. But I had to put that in a Target bag because it's I had to put that in a Target bag because the quilt itself is too big. Yeah, there was something, it tells you what order to go in. I don't know where it went though. Working order. Let me see. Start by filling in any satin stitch areas, work the cross stitches, then add the details. Yeah, so. Anywho, so that's that. I mean, obviously it's no good for my son anymore because he will be 10. And I am too old to be having any more kids because I will be turning 40 this year. Found my needle. Oh, where's my needle minder? I can put it on that until I find my little box. I have a box, a magnetic box that I have my needles in. Where is it? I thought I had it right here. Maybe I don't. Hang on one second. I thought I had it here. I guess not. FYI, if you watched my Flosstube video, Flosstube number 6, I was talking about my needle minders and how my kids went and proved me wrong regarding being good and how I've lost needle minders. One of my needle minders ended up in the washing machine and completely ruined it. That's sitting right here. I'm so mad at them. And then I said, oh, there's one that kind of reminds me of the Starbucks logo. I just found it. It was on the table over here. So anyway, I got that from madforminders on Etsy, FYI. Okay. So there's that. Let me put this back in here. Okay. That's number 10, I think. Okay, so that one's done. Next, I'm going to show you, I'm going to start going through this bin here. All right. Again, some of these are WIPs that I've started, and some of them I have not. They're just kits that I have. But they're still fun to look at. Okay. This one here is apparently very old. I don't know what happened to this thing. This is Leslie Ann Ivory's Ivory Cats. And I've had this since high school. Copyright 1977. If I've got the copyright date, I'll tell you when it was put out. Because a lot of these, I don't know how long they keep these kits out for, but I was like going through this thing where every time I went to the store, I would buy a new kit. So a lot of them I probably bought the year they were put out. So this is what it looks like. This is not obviously a very good picture of it because it looks like, I don't know, it looks like I tried to eat the picture. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. This is Muppet on Indian carpet. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I got it because it was a cat and it was a kit. Oh, and some of these, you can tell how old they are because I lined the edges of my fabric with masking tape, which I've learned that that's not the best idea. But if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. Okay, now give me a minute because I've got to figure out which way this goes. Because my younger self, I've learned that if I'm going to stop a project and put it down for a while, I need to make sure that I know where I'm at with it. Because my younger self did not do that. And some of these, I'm like, where in the world am I with this? So it goes like this. Yes. Okay. You see why I'm having some confusion? That's the cat's belly right there. And like that black part is the shadow in like the armpit. Like right here. Let me get the glare off. Right there. That's all I've had done so far. Like I said, not 100% how I feel about this one. So it's going to kind of go back into my pile of kits that I may or may not ever finish. I don't know, it just doesn't really seem like anything that I would want. I don't know why I got it. I think I just got it just to have a kit. How am I going to do this? Oh, I'll put it down. Put it down there. Okay. This one here is a Dimensions Gold Collection Kit. This is another one that I just bought within the past 6 months. I got an Amazon gift card, and I went online and bought some kits. So this is what it's going to look like when it's done. This one is gorgeous. This is Holiday Village. So this one is still available if anybody wants it. Definitely on Amazon, most likely in your local craft store that sells kits, I think. Not sure. And hold on. That's how much I've done so far. Not very much. Working on the houses. A lot of these I do center starts because that way I can make sure that I start on the right spot in the fabric. So there's that one. I do really like this one. I think it is absolutely gorgeous, and I would like to finish that one. So that's probably going to be bumped up in my you know what? I'm going to put that in my gray bag. My gray bag is the ones that I really want to get done. All right. Next, and it's another Dimensions Gold Collection Kit. This one is Aurora Cabin. I've seen I've seen this one, and then I've seen this one finished online on Facebook. Oh, they're so pretty. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I have a good portion of it completed. I probably should put this in my pile to complete. So what I did was I started doing the cabin, and then I decided to work my way over to the very edge. And this one, I have threads hanging down because this one, I was starting to kind of get into some confetti over here, and so I thought I would go ahead and try to park some threads where I figured they would need to go. Well, not where I figured, where I looked and where they need to go. But I decided to park some threads. So I've gotten a good amount compared to the ones that I've just shown you. Gotten a good amount of that done, but it still have a long ways to go. I really enjoy this one. I've had this one for a little bit though, I think. Or is this one of my newer ones? And this is being stitched on, it's a kit, but just so you know, Dimensions always puts their stuff out on Aida. And this is a 16 count gray Aida. And it's going to end up being 20 inches by 16 inches. 2011. So I think I've had this one for, I don't remember how long ago I bought this, but I think I'm gonna put this. I'm just adding to the pile of the ones I really want to do. All right, next is going to be, oh, this one is one I have not started yet. Have I? I don't believe so. No. Completely empty. I think this was going to be, if I have the kit completely out but I haven't started it, it's because it was going to be a Mania start. Oh no, this one wasn't going to be a Mania start. I gotten this thing like ready to go. Look at that. I did that myself. I did all that. But I didn't do that recently. This is called Lost No More Dimensions Gold Collection. And so this is going to be full coverage as well. The Gold Collections, Dimensions does full coverage pieces. So, and the Gold Collections are a lot of color changes and a lot of anywhere from 2 to 6, well, it does all the strands on some of their things. So this is Jesus with his sheep. And I actually originally bought this because I wanted to stitch it and give it to my grandmother. Yeah, I bought this in 98. I've had 1998. So I've had this for 22 years. And you see how far I've gotten with it. So I am a little disappointed in myself that I've had it for that long and I never stitched it because I wanted to give it to my granny. And now my granny can't see shit. She's got macular degeneration. She can barely see. So she wouldn't even be able to really appreciate it. I mean, she would appreciate that I gave it to her, but she wouldn't really be able to see it. But, oh well. I'll stitch it and hang it up in my own house. And it'll remind me of my grandmother. Okay, this one was going to be a Mania start that I never did. That I ended up not starting. But I thought it was kind of cool, though. This is, I think it's French. And I don't speak French, so I'm going to butcher this. Un poulet. One chicken. It's a Artiste Kit. And this is a full coverage kit. I have not started it. I was going to have it be a Mania start. And is it full coverage there too? Am I stitching the white? It's being stitched on 14 count white Aida. There is some white over here on the edge. And the chicken's white, but I believe I am stitching all that. I don't believe any of that is going to be... Let me bust this out real quick. Yeah, no. Completely full coverage. I have a thing. I really like the full coverage pieces. So, yeah, these are definitely not for the faint of heart. The ones that, the people that like to, like, do a bunch of projects and, like, make them FFOs and stuff. Yeah, this stuff is not for you. Because it takes forever. So, I have not started that one yet. This one, I have started another Dimensions Gold Collection kit. Like I said, these are a lot of kits. I do have patterns I'm going to show you guys that I had gotten, and some other WIPs that are not kits. But this is a Dimensions Gold Collection Rocky Point. I think some of you have seen this before or have even done this. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. I love it. Love it. Love it. I love it like I birthed it. I should put this in my other pile too, in my bag. And I have not done very much on it, as you can see, but it looks really nice. Is that the right way? I think that's the right way. Yeah. Yeah. Grass is at the top. Okay. So I would like to get going on that one because that's a really lovely piece as well. Yeah. It's like going through, I'm kind of glad I'm doing this video because going through all this stuff, I'm like, wow, this is really, really nice. I want to get back to it. I want to stitch it. Okay. This is technically a stitch along. I need to put this in my other bag. From Just Cross Stitch Magazine. I'm sort of caught up in the fact that until this came out, I was caught up. But now blocks number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are out now. each block has specialty stitches in it. So some of the specialty stitches I have done before, and some of them I have not. And I am actually super excited. Let me flip to this real quick. I am actually super excited about the two that I have to do now, because I'm going to be doing a Rhodes stitch and a Scotch stitch and a reverse Scotch stitch. These are the two blocks, this one and this one. Aren't those cool looking blocks? I like them. I can't wait to get to them. So that's definitely going in my back in my gray bag, because I want to get those done. Those are and I'm loving this. I am stitching this on, I think it's 28 count even weave. Something I had. It was I think it's 28 count even weave, and I think I'm honestly, I'm not really sure where I got the fabric from. It's just a white even weave that I got. I probably picked, I think it was like one of those little packs that you can get, and it fit the project. So I'm using it. I'm gonna put that over here because I want to get caught up on that one. Let me see, what's this one? Oh. I got this kit when I was in my early 20s, like yeah, I'd say between like age 22 and 24. And the reason why I can remember is because I bought this when I was dating this guy named Paul, who was into dragons and wizards. Gold collection, magnificent wizard. I mean, it is really cool looking. I bought it partly because of him. And I also really like the colors. He did not end up with it, as you can see. Wow, this one. Okay, so I bought it when I was, I'd say probably 23, because I am using, I taped my edges, and I used the tape that we use to secure IVs and stuff. So I did this while I was working at the hospital. And kind of see, that's, oh wait, whoop, wrong way. Hold on. Which way was this going? Oh, okay. That's where, there. That's how far I am. That up here is the dragon's hand. Paw. I don't know what they're called. That's from the dragon. And then that's the wizard's hand right there, reaching up for the globe or whatever that is. I'm not really sure. Or shooting that at the dragon. I don't know. So, yeah, there's that. I mean, the colors are really cool. And so I'll probably finish it eventually. I'm kind of thinking by the time I get done with it, my kids might be old enough that they're kind of into that thing. And if not, I'm sure I'll just leave it sitting around and waiting for somebody that I know that likes this stuff, that will want it. Let me see, what's next? Oh, this was going to be a Mania start. This is an Artiste Kit. I have not started it yet. This is going to be, oh, I'll show you the fabric though, because it's kind of cool. This is, what's it called? I don't know. It's like a hat box with some perfume on it. Again, something French that I have no idea. They all have names. Why does this, it's from Cooler Design Studio. Again, I'm really liking their designs, so I think that's why I got it. That's why I picked it up. But it's bugging me because I don't know the name of the stupid pattern. But I am going to show you vintage, I don't know, vintage style. Oh, vintage style, I guess is the name of it. I was thinking vintage style was like the piece. But this is the fabric. It's got this like pre-printed on it so that when you frame it, you know. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. Okay. Oh, sorry, I got a message. I didn't put my thing on airplane mode. Okay, so yeah, that was going to be a Mania start, and it is not going to be now, but I do really like it, and it's a lot of pinks. I think I might do it and hang it up in my bedroom or something. It doesn't really go with my bathroom. My bathroom's kind of blue, but yeah, I like it. All right, next. I don't even know where I'm at. I didn't even keep counting. Oh well. Okay, this one is a stamped cross stitch. Not really a big fan of stamped cross stitching. I got this. This is from Jan Lynn. It's Snowy Days. I picked this up because I thought the snowman was uber cute. Then after I got it home, I realized it was a stamped kit. Did I even start it yet? I did. Not really sure how I feel about it though. So if you've never done a stamped kit, the idea is that you do everything and then you wash it, and any ink that would be showing washes out. So that's how far I got on that one. I'm not really sure how I feel about the stamped part. I do get a chart with it, so, and it is a super cute snowman, so I'm kind of wondering if I haven't done very much on it. I'm kind of wondering if I might just stitch this on something else and do it as a counted cross stitch. We'll see. Like I said, I don't really care for stamped stuff, but it was a super cute snowman. Okay, next. I think this is from Jan Lynn, and I remember seeing this before. Yeah, this is from Jan Lynn. This is called From This Day Forward. It's a wedding announcement. And from this day forward, and then you put their names down there at the bottom. I bought this to make for my sister, one of my sisters, when she got married the first time. She's since divorced. He is now known as the asshole, and we don't really talk about him very much. So, yeah. That's how far I got on that. Got part of the wedding dress and a little bit of his tux and some of her veil. So, yeah. I don't know if it's one of those things where, is it bad luck if I bought this intending to stitch it for a specific couple and then they divorce? If I finish it and save it and then put names of a different couple, does that give them bad luck? I would hate to break up a marriage because I gave them a wedding sampler that was intended for somebody who got divorced. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Obviously, I mean, it's been sitting. My sister got married in 2002, I think it was. She divorced like a couple years later. I think they weren't even married for 2 years. They split up. And she's since gotten married and had a kid. So but I don't want to stitch it and give it to her for that one because they've been married for like, my nephew's 6 years now. So, anywho, let me see. What do I got? So I can't really show you guys the pattern, so I'm not really going to show you that, but I'm working on picking out, because I don't like the way that it's going, the Linen and Threads mystery sampler. Quaker Mystery. I started stitching it, and I don't like it. I like the pattern. I don't like the color I picked, and I don't like the fabric I'm doing it on. But I like the fabric. It's an opalescent fabric, so I want to save that fabric for something else. So I'm working on picking that out. But you get, I have to restart that because I really do like the pattern. That's a once a month thing as well. You also get ornaments. This was going to be a Mania start, and I was like, oh, I'll just do all my ornaments on this stuff. This is another one of them pre-printed 28 count even weaves. This one's like a pinkish one. So I was like, oh, I'll just do the ornaments because I was just like looking for stuff to do on here. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. I was actually kind of thinking about doing the ornaments and then finishing them into almost like little pillows and putting like the ornament with like putting the piece and maybe putting like the month, or maybe I can make them into flat folds or something. I don't know. Anyway, I haven't started those yet, so there's no point in showing you guys that. That's just fabric. What's this one? Oh, this is my other Disney Dreams collection. This is the Beauty and the Beast. So this was the one that I saw where somebody was complaining because her dress was more orangey than gold. And they were complaining about it. Let me give you a closer look. So I honestly don't know if my thread is the right color or if, and the picture is faded, or if this was not charted correctly. So that's how far I got. And then I put it down and walked away. And then when I came back to it, I looked at this and then I looked at the picture and I was like, wait, something's not right. Look at that. That is supposed to be that. You see what I mean? There's no clouds there. So I'm not very pleased with that. I'm not really sure what to make of it. I obviously did a lot of work on this thing. And when you look at, hold on. And that's why I was talking about the Little Mermaid one. Where's the top corner? Top right of chart. I need the top left. Hold on. Bottom, Jesus. Top left of chart. So when you look at these, it says like the, let me see, E and the down arrow. So let me find E. Medium gray purple. The down arrow like that is medium dull purple. So that's how it's charted. But I feel like that's not right. Like in here, the sky is blue, like it should be. But on here, it's purple. I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. And then when you get here, it's blue, like the rest of the sky should be. So I'm not... Like I said, I'm not super pleased with it. Not really happy with how it's starting to turn out. I'm really not. And so I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with it. Somebody was asking, you know, they were like looking for all these charts and everything. And I had a conversation with her and I showed her my issue with this one, and I think I might have to chalk this up as a loss. I've had this thing for so long that if I throw it in the trash now, it would make no difference. It's not like I just bought it. I told her, I said, you know, she was like, oh, you know, since they're not in production anymore, would it be so bad if I asked you for the chart when you finished it? And I was like, honestly, I really don't think you're missing much, because as sought after as these things are, they did a really, really crappy job with them, this company. No wonder they're out of business. I don't even know if it would really be worth finishing this. This is going in my pile of things that I don't know if I'm really ever going to finish it. Not going to throw it away just yet, but I'm definitely putting this one off to the side for a while. So, okay, next, moving on. Let's see. I've got some fabric. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Oh, here's another kit that I have not started yet. This is an Artiste Kit called Welcome Friends. I'm not even going to pull it out because, yeah. So it's cute. I would like to do it and hang it up like near my kitchen. It's got like a little chef hat and like cooking, like the letters are all like cooking utensils of some sort. Let me give you a closer look. Isn't that cute? I like it a lot. So I think I want to try to get started on that one soon, within the next few months. Quirky needle art, perfect for framing. It's got a little chicken up there. Let me see. What else do I got? What else do I got? Let me see. Fabric, fabric, more fabric. My fabric's kind of limited. It seems like I have a lot, but I really don't. Okay. So this one here, I had talked about this in one of my older Flosstubes, and this is a phrase. I love this. I love this. Look. So I taped the edges of 3 of the sides, but not the 4th. Why? This is Proverbs. For wisdom, let me read it real quick. For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will fill you with joy. Wise planning will watch over you. Understanding will keep you safe. Now, my issue with this is that I don't think I like the fabric that I'm stitching it on. It's linen. This is out of a cross stitch magazine. And I was actually flipping through the magazines, and I found the magazine. I thought I had gotten rid of it. I found the magazine that it was in. This is Just Cross Stitch, February 2016. And I was like, before I said, oh, all I have left to do is that flower. Look at that. All that stuff down here. I still have to do all this down here. So now I'm mad. Now I'm mad because I thought I was almost done, and obviously I am not. This called for 28 count amber linen. I don't know if that's what I'm stitching this on. I didn't measure it and count it to see what the count was. But yeah, I'm actually kind of annoyed with myself because I was thinking I was almost done with this, and I am so not. I did start back stitching as I go on this flower though, because of all the pinks in it. It was really confusing me with how everything was. So I started back stitching as I go. Yeah. Little bit annoyed right now. And because I don't like the fabric I'm stitching it on, I don't know if I'm going to finish it. Again, that's going to go into a pile of I'm going to set it aside for a little while and think about if I really want to finish it or not. Because most of what I've gotten done is the words, and that does not take very long to stitch. That's why I got so much done so quickly. So I might switch it up. I think I started the Proverbs thing because I had everything I needed. I didn't have to purchase anything. I had everything already. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know if I'm going to finish that one or not. So, I wanted to show you guys that because when I was like, oh, look, that's so, and then I saw that down here, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I thought I was almost done. I'm not even partway done with those flowers. Okay, moving on. This one is a Janling kit. This is the Platinum Collection, and it's called Once Upon a Time. Isn't that pretty? Look how pretty it is. And that border is cross-stitched. That is not the frame. That is a border that you stitch. Isn't that gorgeous? My issue, I'm going to, that I did not realize, I did start this one. Look how big this is. Look how big this fabric is. Let me see. Which way is this going? Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Is that part of the horse? Lord have mercy. I don't know. I'm just going to hold this up. Look how big this is. Nope. That's part of the sky, not part of the horse. Unicorn. There we go. All right. Now I can't see. There. That's all I've gotten done. Not very much. Part of the sky. And this, I believe, is part of her dress. So, what I did not even realize until, I don't know if I lost it or if it just didn't come with it. Here's all my floss, right? And it's supposed to come with, blending filament and beads, right? Floss sorter, beads, blending filament, and metallic thread. And it did not. I don't think I would have thrown that stuff away at all. So I'm not really sure what happened to it. So I think what I'm going to have to do is probably try to email Janlin and ask them, let them know that I am missing, because I have 0 blending filament, I have 0 metallic thread, and I have none of the beads. And let them know that I have this kit and it did not have it in there. This is being stitched on 28 count even weave, by the way. Yeah. I don't know what happened to the, I got the floss, but I did not get the, I'm gonna have to like really like dig into this and figure out what I'm missing. Came in a hank. Gold pre-blended thread and a pearl blending filament, I think is what I'm missing. And then I think I'm missing the beads. So I gotta look and see. I mean, I know, you know, I can tell them what kit it was. I got the kit number. So, yeah. And if they tell me I'm gonna have to purchase it, I'm gonna be mad. Because I wouldn't have thrown that stuff away. I don't think it ever actually came with it. What time am I at? Hour and 9 minutes. I got bit by something last night. Look at that. I got this. Let me see. So, remember I was telling you guys about my linen and threads thing that I'm picking out? It's on Opalescent Ada. And I really like it. And what I would like to maybe do is stitch the Peppermint Purple Stitch Along. That is this right here. I started stitching this in different shades of blue, and then I decided that I like the pattern, but I don't like the colors I picked. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of hold on to this for a little bit. We're already like down here. They're already down here. I am so far behind. I think I might want to try to stitch the black. This is a black work stitch along. Look at it. Isn't that gorgeous? I just don't like the colors I picked. I thought I was really going to like it being all blue. I started to, I was like, I don't know if I really like this or not. I think I'm gonna maybe try to do it on this opalescent Ada. Like, see, it's glittery. And I have another color palette picked out for it. I went on Stitch palette? I don't know. I took a screenshot of it, and I have all the colors. So, I don't know, I might do that. All right, let me see. What's this? This is another kit. This is this is a Dimensions kit, and it is called Riding the Wave, and it is a horse coming out of the water. Isn't that pretty? This is being stitched on 16 count Ada. I have started this, but again, it's a very pathetic start. This is part of the sky. I don't really have much to show. And the mountain, and is that part of the horse? What is that? Yeah, that's part of one of the shadows of the horse. Again, pathetic start. So, there's that one. Let me move this closer to me so I'm running out of room here. Okay, another kit. Dimensions Gold Collection. This is In Her Garden. This is being stitched on an 18 count ivory Ada. Did I start this one? Is this another pathetic start? Oh, it's not as pathetic as some of the other ones have been. This is, I got started on her, which way is this going? Hold on. Which way is this going? Sorry guys, just trying to figure out. I think it goes like this. So this is part of her shawl, and then that's like part of the garden. I think that's the direction it goes. So what I'm gonna end up having to do, I think, is maybe once I figure out for sure what direction these things are going in, because again, I start in the center and I would work my way out. So as soon as I figure out where I'm at with it, I think I might take like a piece of like thread or something and just like run it through the top, the very top, like outside of the stitched area, run it through the very top so I know which way the top is, you know. Okay. Oh, here's one that's not, oh, woo! Let me put this back in here so I don't get it mixed up with anything else. Okay. So this is from a pattern that I recently got this year from Stitch Area on Etsy. Best Friends Quotes. And it's super, super cute. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see it. So if you are a fan of the TV show, this is, again, this is on stitcharea.etsy.com. And it's got like, you know, how you doing, and we were on a break, and it's got Miss Chenandler Bong from the his TV guide. Here, let me show you guys again. All right, that way I can see what you guys are seeing. So isn't that super cute? I am currently on the couch and I have one pivot. I started with a pivot and then I moved up to the couch. I'll show you in a second. So if you want to pause that and look at all the quotes, you can. I'm not going to read them all. This was like one of my favorite shows when I was younger. And so yeah, as you can see, I have pivot and I have part of the couch. My plan with this is, as I do each, because a lot of it is, there's not really like a lot of back stitching, but I will say the back stitching is all in 2 strands, which I thought was interesting. Well, most of it. And then the writing, some of the writing is in 1 strand. but I'm going to complete each motif as I go, like each thing. So as you can see, I did the back stitching on the very bottom of the couch. And then when I complete the top of the couch, I'm going to back stitch the whole couch before I move on to the next thing. Yeah. So there's that. Put that over here. And let me see. Oh, here's another kit that I have almost completed. This is this Dimensions? Yes, this is Dimensions Kit Wild Call in Winter. I saw somebody else, they have recently started this. So yeah. I have all of the cross stitching done. I have to back stitch, let me see. I have to finish back stitching the birch trees, and I have to back stitch the wolf in the center. And I believe that's all I have left to back stitch. And then that one will be done. I should probably put this in my current WIP pile so that I can like get it done and over with. Try to get that one done this year too. Let me see. You know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video here, refill my coffee, and then I'll do a second one because I'm already like well over an hour. I'm like an hour and 17 minutes. So I will do that because I have other stuff that I want to show you even after I finish what's in this bin right here. So yeah, so stay tuned for WIP Parade number 2. Okay, and if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below if you are not already a subscriber. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in part 2. All right, take care. Bye-bye.